Mariah Carey and Eminem have one of the oddest feuds in pop music history. On paper, they are a duo that would never cross paths. Mariah Carey is a balladeer and R&B pop star who is known for her sweet vocal talent and huge seminal hits. Eminem is a shock rap and pop powerhouse known for his outlandish lyrics and his incredible ascension into hip-hop. Even though Mariah Carey has never been shy about collaborating with rappers throughout her career, Eminem still seems like a very far-reaching choice. Eminem tends to be very angry and aggressive, and not in a way that I can imagine it meshing well musically with Mariah. And yet them intending to collaborate is the origin story of this pair. Personally and professionally, they just seem like complete mismatches. It seems like their roles wouldn't have ever and should have never collided, but they did in a very big way. And I think it's one of the most interesting feuds by two music stars, because Eminem has an extremely long history of dissing famous women, and they usually respond in the media or in an interview, but Mariah Carey was the first pop star to respond to an Eminem diss like a rapper. She took it to the studio and dissed right back, and not many people have had the balls to do that. It all started in 2001. Mariah, who was an unprecedented figure of the 90s, had gone through a rough patch with the ill-fated Glitter movie and soundtrack. Eminem, on the other hand, was at the height of his popularity, and at the time he was already in a mini feud with another woman of pop, Christina Aguilera. And the list would continue to grow from there, with Mariah being next in line. Mariah had reached out to Eminem and his team to see if he would collaborate on her 2002 album, Charm Bracelet. Eminem would then claim that they dated for a few months, which Mariah has profusely denied ever since this claim has been made.
Those rumors are true, and I'm not going to deny them.
So did you date him?
No. Can I just clarify that I did not have a physical relationship with him? I did not have an intimate relationship. I've been with less men than I can, than on one hand. So he's not one of those men.
How about Eminem?
What about him?
Do you date him?
No.
Where was that printed?
That was printed everywhere.
And you didn't date him at all?
I hung out with him. I spoke to him on the phone. I think I was probably with him total of 4 times.
The collab never happened and they parted ways. And being that he is Eminem, he unsurprisingly began to name drop Mariah in a few songs and interviews. The most notable being his 2003 hit, Superman, which is a song basically about relationship woes. In the song he drops a line that says, "What you trying to do, be my new wife? What you Mariah, fly through twice?" Basically claiming that Mariah flew to see him several times. And on another song on the album titled When the Music Stops, he suggested that he would beg Mariah to take him back. In the context of this song, he's basically saying before he becomes a joke or turns into a fake, he would beg Mariah to take him back. And they obviously don't like each other, so it's just another way of saying he'll never be a fake. When asked about the relationship in Rolling Stone, Eminem said there's truth to that. But on the whole personal level, I'm not really feeling it. I just don't like her as a person. Mariah, on the other hand, would continue to deny that they had a relationship. And although Obsessed is the more blatant and popular response track, it's not the first time Mariah addressed Eminem on record. The album cut Clown is rumored to be about the rapper. In the lyrics she says, "I should have left it at how you doing. I should have left it at I like your music too. And I should have never called you back when you pursued me. I should have never given you my fucking two-way. I should have never listened to your woeful stories. The ones I'm sure you told 1,000 times before me. You should have never intimated we were lovers. Well, you know very well we never even touched each other." She really goes in detail in the song in such a blatant way. "I gotta break it to you delicately, dummy. Taking my G5 20 minutes wasn't nothing, but I guess you wouldn't know that's the way I roll. Consequently, now your ego's fully overblown. You don't want the world to know that you're just a puppet show." That verse was cutthroat. It's a response to when Eminem said that Mariah took her plane to see him. She's basically saying in this verse to Eminem, don't think you're special. Taking the plane to places is a normal occurrence for me. But Mariah took it a step further when she was on tour and parodied Eminem during a performance of Clown, where she had a dancer sport a blonde wig and a Detroit jersey. And Eminem responded to this on his own tour in 2005. And I must say at this point in time, the feud on both sides is very consistent. Neither one of them were letting up on each other. During the anger management tour, Eminem played voicemail messages allegedly from Mariah, with her saying, "Why won't you see me? Why won't you call me?" Mariah and her team denied that the voice messages were her and said they were recorded by someone else. Realistically, I feel like this is where the feud should have ended because it was just dragging on. In 2006, on the song Jimmy Crack Corn from the Re-Up album, Em talks about sexting Mariah. Well, he alleges that he sexted her. Your mind's on us like mine's on Mariah, and y'all are just like her. You're all liars. I'll just keep you like I her. Right in the ass with KY, yes sir. So Eminem clearly wasn't taking Mariah's denouncement of him well, and he even went on a vicious rant about her on the radio, calling her a bitch and a cunt. 50 Cent and Eminem were also friends, and 50 is famously Eminem's artist, and 50 randomly co-signed Eminem in a song. On All of Me from his Curtis album, 50 Cent said, "Em predicted it all. I don't know how he knew it. He said women from Hollywood, they liars. You f them, they get you heated. Deny it like Mariah." After this point, the feud had gone silent, and for some reason Eminem decided to dig it back up in 2009, around the time Mariah got married to Nick Cannon. It was extremely unnecessary and just kind of makes Eminem look very obsessed and unhinged. In 2009, he would release Bagpipes from Baghdad, taking shots at Nick Cannon and Mariah. In the song, he says, "Mariah, whatever happened to us? Why did we have to break up? All I asked for was a glass of punch. You know I never really asked for much. I can't imagine what's going through your mind after such a nasty breakup with that Latin hunk, Luis Miguel. Nick Cannon better back the fuck up. I'm not playing, I want her back, you fuck." So Eminem is really going in on this song. It sounds like an angry rant. He then says, "I ain't playing no fucking more. Nick Cannon, you prick. I wish you luck with the fucking whore." And yeah, this diss track was a lot for a feud that was seemingly over an acquaintanceship that lasted only for a few months. Of course, Mariah did not take this laying down, and she would unleash arguably the greatest pop diss track of all time. It's exactly how I would expect a diva like Mariah Carey to respond. Although it's not exactly a hip-hop song, it has hip-hop sensibilities. It also has great digs and a hook engineered for mass appeal. It was such a brazen decision. Not only the song itself, but it was also her lead single, and the music video makes it even better. Mariah is dressed as a stalker that resembles Eminem, that is obsessed with Mariah. Basically, the Eminem character acted as Mariah's stan in this music video. He eventually gets hit by a bus. It's easily one of Mariah's most humorous and funny videos. Obsessed was a massive hit and was a smart move because unlike regular diss tracks that tend to fade after initial impact, she had a song and video playing everywhere. Imagine being Eminem and having to hear that song everywhere you go in public. Of course, Eminem is not one to back down, and he released The Warning, which is a scathing and brutal diss track filled with many different allegations. In the song, he claimed that he and Mariah dated for over 6 months, only had sex once, that Mariah often flew to his house, that she was an alleged alcoholic, and that he once prematurely ejaculated on her stomach. He also threatened to release phone calls. Some rappers such as Ja Rule and Busta Rhymes defended Mariah and expressed displeasure with Em releasing the diss. In 2010, Em would finally decide to move past the beef. "I really don't want to talk about her anymore," he told Vibe magazine. "I don't want to keep beating a dead horse. I'm not even going to comment about it. I'm done with that whole situation. I said what I had to say, I'm done." Eminem even admitted that he may have went a bit too far with Bagpipes from Baghdad. He said, "There's a line on there that was a little harsh, you know, it's a harsh line. It was pretty intense on the swag level, but you know, man, the way I look at it, I said it. I had no idea Nick was going to take it like he took it." Nick Cannon would ignite a feud with Eminem after his divorce with Mariah, a feud that was reportedly squashed in 2020. Mariah would shade Eminem every now and then in interviews.
Mariah Carey, say 3 nice things about Eminem.
They come in a package that you can carry wherever you go. And it's say peanut, and you can have the regular kind.
And in 2019, Obsessed would experience a revival thanks to TikTok, and remains one of Mariah's biggest hits.